Hello there. So this is my second time recording. I guess I'm gonna have to really plow through all this super fast. 5 minutes ran out pretty quick. So just created an ages here array using the curly braces to find out first element plus or minus last element. Just use the ages dot length minus one. You're gonna be able to access the last element there. Just created a different array on this one using the kind of the same parameters as that first one there. Use the loop to iterate to the average array, creating a foundation age sum of 0 to be able to utilize in this enhanced for loop of ages plus equals a is going to give you the sum and then just divide it by ages dot length and then you're going to get your answer down here. And then I did print this out. So here's all my answers right here. And then I don't have any errors or anything like that. So let me just run that again so you can see that. So I have all that here through all my methods. And then creating the string array here, trying to get the average, the average of each named length. And this was kind of interesting. So I used a traditional for loop here instead of enhanced because the string in type of thing wasn't really working very well. So I had to use this. And then using average letters average as a base point, and then it's looping through right here in the I, and then it's the dot length in green here is the length of each element, and then it's just adding those up and dividing it by the element dot length or array dot length. So string print names to concatenate. This is a fancier way of doing it. I feel like there's another way to do it that's not as codey, but I feel like this is a great practice for loops. So I use the dot concat method and then print names as a placeholder variable to put, I guess, to put each number in. And then, or no, not each number, but each name. And then it's going to concat that with the dot concat method, and then it's going to loop I and reference that there. Access last element away is names.length minus one. First, it's always going to be 0. It's really not going to change. Using this one is interesting. I have to talk to my mentor about this one to really understand how the I loops through each of these variables here. But I was able to get it. And just creating a new int, and it just references the original names array, and then we're just creating another one called names.length. And then looping over iterate the names array, calculate the sum of all the elements in the array. You could just use enhanced for loop on this one because they're not really bouncing back between strings and integers. So it's just pretty basic right there. And then going down, so writing a method number 7 that will, concatenate the names together. So I use that as together, and then going down to this method here, all I did was just a dot repeat method, string method here to be able to utilize an integer and a string inside that method. Going up here, just a full name, just created Steve Carell. So my method is called full name, and going down here, all I did was just return x plus y and then added a space so that it wouldn't just bunch up the names, and then you can kind of see that right there. Let's see, going on to the next one, array of numbers greater than 100. So that one was going to be a Boolean, I believe. Yeah, so Boolean, you're just going to pass through an argument of x here. So created a sum enhanced for loop. Pretty basic. And then with that, if the sum of that is greater than equal to 100, return true, or else it's just going to return false on that one. The next one here is average number in the array. So I just did that. And then all I really did was just add the sum of both of those and then just divide it by x dot length of the array dot length. Next one for 2 arrays here, just did 2 arrays summed them up there, and then this is the if statement that I had for that. Buy a drink is pretty self-explanatory. Boolean, double, both of those have to be true for it to return true, and then it's going to be false. And 13 was my method just based off my job, taking brake pad depth and itemized cost. And then I just kind of created that. It's supposed to be technically a scanner, but I just feel like that was going to be too much code for what was really wanting to happen here. But yeah, other than that, fun assignment. Thanks.